Tell me who you know can make it rain and snow, and at the same time make the sun glow. That's like, whoa, tell me who you know.
Yo, we back. We boy 2 Saint back again. Welcome back to the channel. Like and subscribe, do all that. Show some love to your boy, to your uncle, to your friend, to your minister, to whatever. Be all things to all people, right? Hey, so just listening to some podcasts and I've seen Eclipse is back. The brothers are back. I clearly understand the brothers, their relationship seeming to be, because I have a brother, me and my brother, they remind me of me and my brother, how close we are. But, you know, Pusha T and Malice were at the pinnacle of rap. I think even when Malice left, he's back. When he left, he changed his name to No Malice because he said that he was a born-again Christian. That's why he gave it all up. So he gave it all up. The lifestyle, the rap, what they were talking about in the lyrics. But now he's back, all right? So now he's back. So what do you think about him being back? And a lot of us know about them. Some may not. But they are kind of iconic in the hip-hop arena. So they're on Joey Crack, Joe, and Jada's show. And they're their guests because they're promoting this new album. So they're going to ask Malice some questions about how he came back. So let me know what you think. Let's get to it.
Bumps.
Now,
I caught goosebumps.
as far as music is concerned, Push has been consistent with dropping music and going on tour and, you know what I mean, just being relevant in the culture and fashion and lifestyle. And
yeah.
some of the meanest jewelry. We know you went on a hiatus for a while. You know, just did your family thing, wasn't doing no music.
Right.
Now, you know, after 15 years or what have you, let God sort them out. What sparked it?
I cannot discount during my hiatus, I did 2 solo projects myself, Hear Ye Him and Let the Dead Bury the Dead. So I was
so
always
you were still active.
Yeah, still sharpening my skills. I think when we went out to Wyoming, you know, with Ye, you know, and we worked on the Jesus is King album, and we did Use This Gospel, and that kind of like pushed my brother and myself into like making music again and putting us in that atmosphere. And then we also performed, you know, at what was it, Sunday service. Yeah. So
album.
Yeah, definitely. The Nego album.
These were the things that I was like using to be able to approach him about.
Say, let's get
verses.
this.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we had
I Pray For You.
Yeah, it was just certain songs. I mean, certain projects that it was like, man, you know,
where it made sense to me at the time.
Yeah. Because I had asked before, and it was like, nah.
So you went heavy church.
Heavy Jesus.
Yes.
I'm heavy Jesus too. But how is it doing the album now as the Clips?
Weird.
Talking that street.
It's perfect. It's perfect. It's the right time. It's perfect.
But some of your like, you know, like we was talking amongst each other about Slick Rick. Slick Rick, every ending had like a positive ending at every song. So how you coming heavy church coming in, because this definitely got to be
Heavy
a gangsta
Jesus,
rap
he
album.
just told you.
Heavy Jesus.
Is what?
Right? No, I'm saying, you saying
no,
heavy
he keeps
Jesus.
saying heavy church, and you just told him it was heavy Jesus.
yeah.
How do you able to make a gangster rap album, you know, coming from like the church?
I don't think I wouldn't call it gangster rap.
Yeah.
But you know, I think when people look at the Clips, apart from the creativity, I think what you should see is businessmen, family men. I think you should see some level of integrity and being about your business, you know, over the years. The way my brother has navigated this thing solo, it invigorates me, man. You know what I'm saying? It inspires me. And it's not too much rap wise that inspires me, except for the locks. You know what I'm saying? But
Appreciate that, my
yeah,
bro.
absolutely, absolutely. You know, so just his enthusiasm about the game keeps me, you
That's
know,
fire.
in that headspace.
That's dope because yesterday he played us one song, and we know what Push gonna do.
Yeah, Joe's about to go into everybody wanted to hear what Malice said. I guess for me the thing is that a couple of things. He changed his name. He left as Malice, right? He left as Malice. He came back. When he left, and his name changed to No Malice. So think about that though. And then when he returns, he comes back as Malice again. It's just a weird. You talk about weird space. To me, that's kind of a weird space for me. Like, how do you the malice? When I'm looking at it, the intention to desire to do evil, and that's what malice means: ill will. Why would a Christian who's on here saying their soul out is all Jesus, and it says it was the right thing to do to come back? He didn't come back as No Malice. He came back as his old name. But 2 Corinthians 5:17, you are a new creature. So why would you take on the old nature of what you used to represent? This like I thought about this when I was thinking about myself. Like, I've been saved since 1998, right? And there's things that I have not returned to because I understand what they're about. I understand sin. I understand evil. I understand my sinful nature. And why would I return from something that I was delivered from? Proverbs says when you return to something like that, you're returning like a dog going back and licking up its vomit. That's how bad it is when it says we go back to certain things that we know God is opposed to. And I understand he said he had a conversation with his dad, and his dad said he was too hard on himself and he needed to go back to rapping. But again, he was already rapping. I just think those, and I've heard one of the albums, I just think those albums, when he first came out years ago, just didn't live up to the bill because, number one, it's Christian, and probably Lecrae's the only one who can kind of right now, and D want to open up those doors and to getting into those other spaces. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe, I don't know. But I understand the flesh. I understand you see your brother, you might miss some of that. And I know the money is good because they were in I think they were in Paris for like a year and a half before the album came out. And they're with Pharrell and they're at Louis Vuitton's they got them a studio, and you gotta think all those things are appealing to the flesh, right? So it's tough for me, man. Like, I understand. In another clip, he said he wanted to be with his brother, and they said that the mother was happy that he was back rapping with his mother. But for me, it's bigger than rap, yo. You know what I mean? Like, this life is bigger than music, bigger than rap. The influence you're gonna have on the kids. You went from, like, I don't know how the church that he went to is looking at that. The people you influence coming from this big rap group, and now you gave your life. I just think, man, sometimes we could talk a lot, right? I believe the dude is sincere about his faith, but I just think discipleship is so needed to what the word says, right? And I'm gonna go there. That's what I was looking for. So, actually, I just taught on this the other day. Let's see. The meaning of discipleship, right? So, this is the meaning of discipleship. And that's my other guy calling me. And let's see. I want to get to one part when he says, he who loves the father and the mother, he who loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he who loves his son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he who does not take his cross and follow after me is not worthy of me. He who has found his life will lose it. He who has found his life will lose it. And he who takes his life for my sake will find it. So when you look at all these, you can look at Matthew 10 and read that 1 through 40. He's basically saying you should put nothing before me. Like, why you, because Jesus says here too in 34, right? Do not think that I've come to bring peace on earth, but I do not come to bring peace but a sword. And then he says, I set a mother against father and all these things. So he's telling you there's going to be some separation. Yo, you might even be separated from your brother, bruh. It's not that you don't love your brother, but I don't know if you need to go back on the same playing field. And you know, the thing with Pusha T, I realized me watching a couple of interviews that he wanted to get back with his brother. He probably misses his brother. I understand you're not doing the same. It's been 15 years. And they understand if he comes back, how big that's going to be, because they were a big group. And then their parents died 4 months apart. Me and my brother experienced that. Mother and father died. So I can relate to a lot of things about them. But I thank God that my brother is a believer, and I don't have to. I just got to be who I am in Christ, and he be who he is. I don't have to go to some type of thing to say we together just because of rapping, because the thing is bigger than rap. Life is bigger than what we're making it to be. And I'm going to call him No Malice if he's still there, because No Malice should not want to promote evil anymore. And this is not me judging or anything. This is just my observation of what I see and how people can get mixed up of. And then he has a line, I think, that says he understands Betha and Mace, because, Mace was kind of like on that fence and people don't know what is what. But I just think the key is here, right? The meaning of discipleship. You really need to go look at this. This has changed a lot of perspective on me too, right? And this is what Jesus said: what I tell you in the darkness, speak in the light. And what you hear whispered in your ear, proclaim it upon the housetops. So he's saying, he's telling the disciples to, when I give you this word, go proclaim it on the housetops. And he's also warning them of the cost of being a disciple. That's the key. The cost of being a disciple is you're going to have to give up some stuff. You have to give up some stuff for Jesus. Because if not, you're going to just subject yourself to the things of the enemy. And then he tells you you're going to go through situations with courts and people going to want to beat you. And then he says this: do not fear those who can kill the body. He said, don't worry about the people who can kill your body, but are unable to kill the soul, but rather fear who is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Man, he said, man, I can destroy anything, anywhere, and I can destroy the soul and the body, even to hell. He said, don't worry about the one who can just destroy your bodily flesh. You know what I'm saying? Because the person like that has no control over your soul. God is the one who has created everything. And he's the one he gives you a decision to make about your soul, whether you want to be a believer or not. But then he says, if you don't worry about them people, because they had nothing to do with your body or your soul compared to what I can do. Right? But then he says this: and are not two sparrows sold for a rezion? And yet not one of them will fall to the ground apart from the Father. So he's saying two sparrows have nothing. Nothing can fall from the ground because the Father is in control of everything. Right? But then he says, but the very hairs of your head are all numbered. And then he says about the sparrow, you do not fear. So you do not fear. You are more valuable than many sparrows. So he's telling you, yeah, being across from me is going to cost you something, but you're more valuable to me. He's telling the disciples to be prepared when you go out there, to remember, don't worry about those who can kill this, because be concerned about me. Where the God-fearing people at they used to always hear, that's a God-fearing man, that's a God-fearing woman. You don't hear that anymore, right? But Jesus, I love this part. He said, when you need to understand, and he who does not take his cross and follow me is not worthy of me. Think about that. We always say we're not worthy, which we're not. But Christ is saying here that if you don't take up your cross and turn away from everything, you're not worthy of me. You're not worthy of me because you don't understand what I did for your soul, what I did for you on the cross. You don't understand the blood that was shed for you, the love that I have for you. So if you don't do these things, you're not worthy of me. Is he worthy? Is Malice forgetting what he say? He reads the text. But again, when you're around it, and again, some other interviews, he was around the Kanye's, and they were doing all these things, and it's easy for us to fall back. It's a slow burn, people. It's a slow burn. So just wanted to let you know that. I don't know. What's your comments on that? I love the brothers, their love for one another. And it's bigger than rap, man. It's standing on the truth of Jesus so we can win some and pull some out of darkness into the light. So I pray that situation his brother, he be an influence still. I pray, because even Fat Joe asked him, well, Slick Rick had good endings. How you in this gangster rap? And then they say, oh, it's not gangster rap, but everything they're saying is glorifying things of the world, of the flesh. And then he says, it's not gangster rap, but it doesn't make sense because it is speaking things that are of the world to a point where it's evil things. So I don't know, man. We can't justify we can't justify what we're doing, and then try to stamp Jesus on it. Can't stamp Jesus' name on everything, man. Just say it's something you want to do. He tried to put another thing. Oh, it's about God's timing and all this. So I'm going back to the old school. Remember these? What did Jesus do? I'm back to that. Because you ask yourself, what would Jesus do? And if you don't know, now you know.